How do you follow that act? Anyhow, I'm not a comedian. I just repeat jokes that I hear. And the first one I got, I think I told this about 7, 8 months ago. This gentleman is at a restaurant, and there's an elderly couple at the next table. And he can't help but overhearing them because they're hard of hearing and talking very loudly. He hears him saying, "You remember, honey, we got the same room in the same hotel that we did 50 years ago? Yeah." You remember 50 years ago, you couldn't wait to make mad, passionate love, and we went out in the field? Yeah. Can you do it again? He says, "Let's try." So they go out in the field. This guy says, "This I gotta see." So he follows them very discreetly, and he watches them. They're by a fence, and they start making love like you wouldn't believe, positions and jumping. Can't believe it. Now they go back to the table. He goes over to the table. He says, "Look, I'm not being nosy or anything, but I couldn't help overhearing you. If you made love like that now, after 50 years, what you must have been 50 years ago." He says, 50 years ago, that fence was not electrified. Anyhow, this woman, every time she's at work, she goes to the fountain, to the water fountain to drink. This guy comes up to her and says, "Whoa, your hair smells so beautiful." Well, this goes on for 3 weeks. She can't take it anymore. She goes to the boss. She says, "I want to report a case of sexual harassment." She says, what happened? What's the matter? She says, "Every time I go to the water fountain, this gentleman comes over and says to me, 'Your hair smells so beautiful.'" He says, "Well, what's wrong with that? Who said it?" She says, "Harry the midget." Sorry, Myra. Anyhow, these 3 gentlemen are erecting this big, tall building. They're on the 40th floor, lunchtime, sitting on a rafter, on a I-beam. One of them opens his lunch and he says, "Oh God, corned beef again." He says, "If I have corned beef tomorrow," the Jewish man says, "I'm going to jump off the building." The Italian guy opens his lunch and says, "Oh God, raviola. If I have raviola again tomorrow, I'm going to jump off the building." Polish guy opens it up, kielbasa. He says, "If I have kielbasa tomorrow, I'm going to jump off the building." Next day, 12 o'clock, they're up on the I-beam. Jewish guy opens it up and says, "Oh, pastrami, thank God." The Italian opens it up and says, "Oh, spaghetti and meatball, thank God." Polish guy opens it up and says, "Oh, kielbasa again," and he jumps off the building. Jewish guy starts laughing. He says, "What are you laughing about? That guy just committed suicide. He makes his own lunch." This gentleman goes to this Jewish restaurant, and he sits down. Chinese waiter comes over. He says, "I think I'll have the flanken." The Chinese waiter says, "Nimm nicht, don't take," in Jewish. He says, "For what? Why?" He says, "From an anderer Tag, it's from another day." That's marvelous. He goes to the boss later. He says, "That is amazing. Where did you get a Chinese waiter that speaks such perfect Yiddish?" He says, "Shh, he thinks he's learning English." Anyhow, this woman comes out of the doctor's office crying, sobbing hysterically. The nurse says, "What's the matter?" She says, "The doctor told me I'm pregnant." She says, "What?" She goes into the doctor. "Doctor, is she pregnant?" He says, "No, but it cured her hiccups." And again, 2 nuns are walking down the street, and out of each side of the bush, each one drags a nun into the bushes. One nun looks up and says, "Oh God, forgive him. He knows not what he's doing." The other nun says, "Mine does." The guy is at the Y, and after they shower, and he's putting on pantyhose. The guy says, "How long have you been wearing pantyhose?" He says, "Since my wife found them in the pickup truck." Let's see. Oh yeah, this gentleman, professor, is going, and he gives this lecture all over the country, and he has a chauffeur. After about a year, the chauffeur says to him, you know something, I bet you I could give that lecture. I've heard it so often, I could do it word for word. The guy said, get out of here. He said, let me try, okay? He said, okay. So the next place they go to, he gets up, and sure and heck, he does the lecture perfect, word for word. He's just getting ready to leave, and the guy from the audience raises his hand. Says, I have a very question I'd like to ask, and it's a very deep question. And the chauffeur looks at him and says, you know something? That is so simple, I'm going to have my chauffeur answer it. Didn't get it. Mm-hmm.
Tell the one about the monk.
Okay, sorry, Myra. This gentleman is in the Chinese restaurant, and all of a sudden, something gets stuck in his throat, and he's starting to turn blue, and he's choking. Someone's telling him, somebody do something, somebody please do something. Anyhow, the two Chinese cooks run out of the kitchen. One drops his pants, and the other one starts licking his fanny. And the guy is so disgusted, he gags and throws up. And it's cured. One Chinaman turns to the other and says, see, Heimlich maneuver work every time. Sorry, Myra. Gentleman goes into the dentist to have a tooth pulled. So the dentist comes at him with the hypodermic. Oh, no, he says, I can't take needles, no needles. Okay, he goes over, gets the gas. No, he says, I can't take gas. He's all right, nurse, give him 2 Viagra. He said, I didn't know Viagra helped pain. He said, won't, but you want to hold on to something. Does anyone know what a shaggy dog story is? It's a play on words. Anyhow, the Lone Ranger and Tonto are sitting at a bar, drinking. Guy comes in and says, who owns that silver horse out there? He says, I do. Why? He says, well, it's laying down. It looks like it's suffering from heat prostration. So they go out, sure and heck, he says, Tonto, go get a bucket of water, see if we can cool him off. So Eskimo savvy. And he runs over, gets in a bucket of water, and the horse drinks it. Looks a little better, but still not cured. He says, all right, he says, Tonto, what I want you to do, run around that horse as fast as you can to create a breeze. He says, and maybe that'll help. The Lone Ranger goes in to finish his drink. Guy comes in a little while later. Who owns the horse out there? He says, oh God, now what? He says, you left your engine running.
Shaggy dog.
I don't get it. It's a play on words. Engine running. Guy running around. I always stand. I will tell you one thing. When I went into the Army in 1941, they gave us saltpeter to lower our sex drive. And that is powerful stuff because it's working now. Anyhow, these 3 guys are shipwrecked on an island. And one of them says, I will go and I'll put stones, I'll write SOS on the beach so an airplane flying over will see it. The other one says, well, I'll go up on the hill and I'll get it ready for a bonfire, which I'll light, and if a ship goes by, they'll see us. Third guy who's Jewish says, I'll do nothing. He says, what do you mean do nothing? You got to do something. He says, before I left, I pledged 100,000 to the UJA. They'll find me. Guy is stopped by a policeman, by a state a state cop, 2 o'clock in the morning, going 90 miles an hour. Pulls him over and says, where the heck are you going 2 o'clock in the morning at 90 miles an hour? He says, I'm going to a lecture. He says, a lecture? Who gives a lecture at 2 in the morning? He says, my wife. And same guy going down, speeding. State policeman pulls up, the signals, lights are going, he doesn't slow down, he speeds up more. The cop speeds up more. Finally, he stops him at about 90 miles an hour. Gets out of his patrol car, goes over. He says, didn't you see my lights? He says, why didn't you pull over? He says, I'll tell you why. My wife ran away with a state policeman 2 months ago. I thought it was him bringing her back. Okay, and for the last one, same thing. State policeman pulls the guy over and says, "Sir, your wife fell out of the car 2 miles back." "Thank God," he says, "I thought I was gone deaf." And with that, that's enough.